Okay, now I'm doing this one-handed and, oh, kind of handicapped with my left arm broken, fractured. But anyway, okay, so we've taken down a little bit of this fence already. See, this is right by the house, which this will all be coming down soon enough. But it gives us access to this area that Chester has cleared and fenced. He's not done with the fence. He's going to be, hi Bandit, he's going to be adding 4 boards total. Anyway, so let's take a walk. Here's where we've gone. And see, this will be getting cleaned up a little bit more here. This is a little bit of a path. See, there's where my garden is on the other side of the fence, and we'll be taking all of this down so that the backyard here will be all part of this. Okay, so that's how we're doing this. This is the area, this is kind of in the middle of the trail that we'll be cleaning up. So, I'll walk on for a little bit, pause and walk on a little ways. Okay, I moved down a little bit, but here's still perspective. There's the house. I'm coming down this path. And there's the wooded area that will be cleaned up over the winter or whenever we get around to it. But at least we have this nice walking trail right here. And I have to be really careful. Well, I was going to say again, be really careful because I do have the fracture, and if I stumble, it hurts like a son of a gun. So, I'll probably only do this because my walking stick's in my left hand so that I can hold the camera, but here we go. And I think for now, I'll just record up here because now it makes a turn. Okay, see, we've got fencing. So as you can see, the dogs can run out through the woods now. And yes, what'd Chet say? I think he said we go another 200 feet out that way that we haven't fenced in. We've only done this fencing because of the dogs. Anyway, so now we go down, here's the trail, but I figure this is going to be my walking trail. And when I feel like it, or when I'm not limping or whatever, I can always open a gate and go further out into the woods because we do have more trails that we've done out into the woods. So now I'm going to walk down here and I'm going to put my phone down so that I don't fall. Okay, I've now gotten down to the bottom of the hill. See, it's a little bit of a incline there, so I wanted to be able to use my walking stick, which, point of interest, this stick, I'm not sure if I can get this around to it, but this stick I had picked up in Illinois way back when I used to go to the dog park with Smokey. And I brought it here with me. Actually, Chet brought it for me, which is awesome. He thinks of these things. That's so awesome. Anyway, this is the woods out here that we'll work on clearing this someday, but we don't really need to at this point. We've got plenty of clearing to do. But yeah, see, you can see the house right there. And there's the trail I just came down. And this comes on down. Like I said, I gotta be careful because there are still some stumps that I have to make sure I don't trip. God knows if you fall bowling and fracture your shoulder, you're not real graceful. So I'm learning to be a little more graceful. We're going to be putting a gate right here. So that's why I said this fencing is really to keep the dogs in, keep maybe larger critters out. I don't know. Anyway, this is where we're going to put the gate. But so you can see, this is where part of the trail we had from before. Not sure you can see it because the phone's not necessarily at my eye level. But see, and that's where that one wraps down around that bunch of trees. And it comes back around, follows the creek, comes back, and then comes up this side of the fence So it's an additional walking trail for if I'm ambitious. Here we get where this is the area that Chet had already cleared out and made accessible to the dogs. This is a shot. You're looking across to the other part of our property that we never use because it's on the other side of the creek, which is what Chester is working on today. But in the meantime, I'm going to bring you back up. See, here we are. I know that got dark because it's into the sun. But, so this leads back around, and what I'm thinking my circuit is going to be, eventually I'll walk this out and measure to see what the distance is so I can kind of track myself on steps and all that stuff. Ooh, that's kind of steep. There you go. But isn't that pretty? You never know. I'd like to clean it up and put more native wildflowers and native nice plants rather than all the brush and everything. So you've seen all this before. This is where he put in the first pond. My preferred pond is over here, and now he's going to be digging by the creek to actually put a pond there instead. These are just little baby ones for the ducks or whatever. But over here, this way, we've got water. We know there's water feeding into it because there's a creek. So we'll end this one and start a video of the creek pond.